I've been fortunate enough to see the ups and downs over the last almost 24 years. And I've seen a few normal cycles, and this is nothing close to normal. Hi, I'm Wade Hansen. I've been selling luxury real estate in Minnesota and Wisconsin for over 23 years. My entire career has been spent protecting my clients from misinformation and unethical practices by those not looking out for their best interests. This podcast will give you the raw truth about everything real estate so you can make solid, informed decisions about the biggest investment of your lifetime. This is the Raw Real Estate Podcast. So as I roll into 2023, it will be my 24th year in the real estate industry, and it never ceases to amaze me the different sales tactics agents will use in different economies. I think it's really pathetic right now that the majority of the realtors in our industry are just trying to put a deal together by saying it's a great time to buy or it's a great time to sell. They were saying these exact same things 12 months ago, and we're in a completely different market. The market's done a total 180 in 12 months, and they're still telling you that it's a great time to buy or sell. Did you know that 85% of the realtors currently licensed today have never seen interest rates over 5%? And they have never seen days on market for a home more than 30 days. So they've never seen what I consider to be a normal market. And the majority of the agents in the business today got licensed after 2019, and 90% of these licensees have sold less than 5 homes in the last 12 months. Now, these are the same agents that are telling the consumer that we are in more of a normal market. I will tell you that the majority of agents have no idea what normal is. I've been fortunate enough to see the ups and downs over the last almost 24 years, and I've seen a few normal cycles, and this is nothing close to normal. I can tell you what normal is not. It's not normal to have interest rates double in 6 months. This is the largest rate increase we've seen in a 12-month cycle in 50 years. It's not normal to pay $4 for a dozen eggs. It's not normal to pay $5 at the pump for gas. It's not normal to pay 110% for the value of a car. It's not normal to get into a bidding war on a house, waive inspection, put an appraisal gap guarantee, and pay 105, 107% of the value of the home. None of these things are normal. So we are far from a normal market. There's a lot of fear, a lot of uncertainty, and just a lot of confusion in the overall economy, and specifically in the housing economy, especially in the local market. And I will tell you that every economic indicator right now is pointing towards a housing recession in my market. Now, I'm going to talk just specifically to my market. I'm not going to generalize and talk about the U.S. economy or the U.S. housing market. I'm going to talk about my housing market. In my market, showings are down 50% in most price points. Interest rates, as you know, have doubled. Days on market is now around 45 days on market. We were looking at about a 3 to 5 day market cycle for homes a year ago. Most sellers are having to do a price reduction in order to get a home sold. Closed transactions year over year are down 40%, and pending sales are down over 50%. So all of these economic indicators are just pointing towards a really strong housing recession. Now, me personally, I'm loving this market. The last 2 years was a circus, and the circus of the last 2 years is now over, and it's really taking the clowns in our industry with it, right? They're now getting out of the industry. Those that got licensed in 2019 are realizing that this is a tough job. This isn't easy, and this takes some skill and some effort to market a home, get a home sold, and guide a buyer or a seller through the buying and selling process. And the market locally here, home prices since April or May of this year have already dropped 10% in the majority of the marketplaces that I serve. And some of the local markets, whether that be a specific neighborhood or specific price point, we've seen home prices drop as much as 20% in the last 6 months. Now, a lot of agents are afraid to tell you this because they want to keep you in the market. I will tell you, as I sit here today, mid-December, I don't think it's a great time to buy or sell. The majority of the clients that I'm having conversations with right now, we're tabling that, and we're just saying, let's just get your home ready. There's going to be an opportunity sometime in the first half of next year. So let's get under contract, let's start working together, and let's put you in my pocket so when that opportunity presents itself, we can go to the market. I had a conversation with a client last week. They've got a home that they were anxious to get on, and they'd interviewed 3 agents. The other 2 agents were really pushing them to get it on the market. You know, they're telling them rates are going to go up. Buyers are buying now. You've got to get it on the market. Well, I put the facts in front of them, and the facts are their particular home, there was 11 competitors on the market that they'd be competing against, okay? Those 11 competitors have been on the market for about 90 to 120 days on average. There was 1 pending sale that had happened in that particular segment of the market in the last 30 to 60 days. So they've got 11 competitors and 1 buyer that's moved to the market. That's an awful time to sell. That will balance out as we get into the first half of 2023. When that will happen, I don't know, but when it does happen, they're now in my pocket and they'll be ready to go when the opportunity presents itself. And that can result in as much as anywhere from 2 to 10% more on the sale price of their home when it comes time to sell. So timing is everything in this market. Again, those that didn't sell in March of last year are trying to sell today for those same prices and just not able to get that. So they're getting about 10% less than had they just timed the market right. So some of the unique products right now, homes on acreage, waterfront homes, still houses with pools. Those homes are still seeing really strong buyer activity, but generally speaking, the buyer activity just isn't there. We're not in multiple offers, and you've really got to put the first half of 2022 behind you and the last 2 years of this COVID pandemic market behind you. That's no longer the case. So there's a lot of moving parts of the economy that are going to have to play out to determine whether we're going to go into a hardcore housing recession or if things are going to be okay. Obviously, the biggest topic is inflation right now. If we can get that under control, potentially we can get the housing market back on track. But I think 2023, unfortunately, specifically the first quarter of 2023 is going to be a very dark time in the real estate industry. I think a lot of buyers and sellers are going to sit on the sidelines and just wait to see what happens and make some decisions as we get deeper into what that economy is going to look like in 2023. So if you're looking to buy or sell next year, and you know that's going to be the year you're going to need to buy or sell, just align yourself with a professional today and try to time things as best you possibly can. Now, there's still opportunities out there. I'm still selling homes. I went into multiple offers last week on a $1.65 million house. That particular house had done a $300,000 price reduction. So these buyers obviously saw an opportunity and jumped on it. So there's still opportunities in the marketplace. It doesn't mean just nobody should buy and sell. But I will say that, if you're just considering it and you're just trying to time things, I think now would be a bad time, and I would wait and revisit this conversation probably late first quarter of next year. So if you're thinking of buying or selling, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help any way I can. I will always give you good advice. I will do whatever I can to mitigate your risk in the marketplace and give you direction as to what might be best for you and your particular situation.